Imagine a world without smartphones, without electric cars zipping silently through city streets, and without the digital conveniences we take for granted every day. Or picture hospitals stripped of advanced medical imaging and classrooms without computers. That's the reality we'd face without rare earth elements, those hidden metals that power our modern lives. For decades, China has held a near-total grip on these 17 critical metals, the backbone of everything from smartphones to satellites, electric vehicles to renewable energy. But today, November 26, 2025, everything changes. A massive rare earth discovery has just been announced off the coast of the Philippines, sending shockwaves through the global tech and energy sectors. This isn't just a big find, it's a seismic shift that could challenge China's monopoly, redraw Asia's strategic map, and alter the balance of power in the region for years to come. Suddenly, the Philippines is thrust into the global spotlight, with governments, investors, and tech giants all turning their attention to Manila. The discovery could finally diversify the world's supply chain for everything from wind turbines and electric vehicle batteries to fighter jets and smartphones, reducing the world's dependence on a single source. Early estimates suggest the reserves are vast, rich in heavy rare earths like dysprosium, essential for high-performance magnets and clean energy technologies, and terbium, another rare element crucial for the next generation of electronics, green tech, and even military hardware. Global markets are already reacting with the volatility, and the Philippines now faces both immense opportunity and significant risk as it steps onto the world stage. This could spark an economic boom and transform the nation's future, but it also puts the Philippines in the crosshairs of fierce, global competition and geopolitical tension. Managing this newfound wealth, protecting fragile ecosystems, and navigating the pressures from global superpowers will define the country's destiny in the coming years. The next chapter in resource politics is being written right now in Southeast Asia. The world is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. Rare earth elements, REEs, aren't actually rare, but they're rarely found in miniable concentrations and are tough to separate. There are 17 of them, including the lanthanides, scandium, and yttrium. They're the silent workhorses of modern life, making our technology smaller, faster, and more efficient. Neodymium and praseodymium power magnets in smartphones, hard drives, and electric vehicles. Europium and terbium create the vibrant colors on our screens. Without REEs, modern electronics and green tech would be impossible. They're also critical for green energy, essential in wind turbines, EV motors, and solar panels. National defense relies on them too. Smart bombs, radar, and advanced fighter jets all need rare earths. That's why the US Department of Defense calls them strategic and critical. The world's dependence on a single supplier has been a growing concern. The Philippine discovery could change that equation. On November 20, 2025, the Philippine Mines and Geosciences Bureau confirmed a massive rare earth deposit in the Philippine Rise. Surveys with Japanese-American partners revealed over 100 million metric tons of high-grade rare earth oxides, potentially rivaling China's reserves. The deposit is especially rich in heavy rare earths like dysprosium and terbium, the scarcest and most valuable. Unlike traditional mines, these elements are in deep-sea mud, making extraction less destructive but technologically challenging. The concentration is high, making economic extraction more viable than previous deep-sea finds. This single deposit could meet global demand for centuries. Turning reserves into production will require huge investment and advanced tech. Still, the rare earth market's future has been fundamentally altered. For the Philippines, this is a potential economic revolution. Early projections suggest rare earths could add $20 to $30 billion annually to GDP, creating hundreds of thousands of jobs. The government is planning a sovereign wealth fund to ensure the benefits reach future generations. Infrastructure, education, and healthcare could all see massive investment. The goal moves beyond exporting raw ore to building domestic processing and manufacturing. This could foster a tech-driven economy and a new generation of scientists and engineers. But the resource curse looms. Corruption and inequality have plagued other resource-rich nations. Success depends on strong governance, transparency, and robust institutions. If managed well, this could propel the Philippines into Asia's economic elite. If not, it risks becoming another cautionary tale. For more than 3 decades, China has been the undisputed leader in the rare earth industry, not only dominating the extraction of these critical minerals, but also mastering the intricate and highly specialized refining process. This dominance has allowed China to control the global supply chain, making it the primary source for countries around the world that rely on rare earths for everything from smartphones to electric vehicles and advanced military technology. The world got a wake-up call in 2010, when China abruptly cut rare earth exports to Japan during a diplomatic dispute. This move exposed just how dependent major economies were on Chinese supply, sending shockwaves through global markets, and highlighting the strategic risks of relying on a single supplier for such vital resources. Now, the recent discovery of vast rare earth deposits in the Philippines marks the first significant challenge to China's long-standing monopoly. This breakthrough has captured international attention, as it could reshape the balance of power in the global rare earth market. Early estimates suggest that the Philippines may possess reserves potentially double those of China, and crucially, these deposits are especially rich in heavy rare earth elements, materials that are even more valuable and harder to find. If developed, these resources could finally break Beijing's stranglehold on the industry. For the United States, Japan, and Europe, this discovery offers a long-awaited alternative. It opens the door to new supply chains, reduces their vulnerability to political pressure, and weakens China's leverage over global technology and manufacturing sectors. However, China's true strength lies not just in its mineral reserves, but in its advanced processing capabilities and technological expertise. Assets it has built up over decades of investment and innovation. This gives China a significant head start that won't be easy to overcome. To catch up, the Philippines will require massive investment in infrastructure, technology, and skilled labor. Forming strong partnerships with foreign investors and governments will be essential to develop its industry and compete on the world stage. China is unlikely to give up its dominance without a fight. It may respond by slashing prices, ramping up production, or using its political influence to maintain its grip on the market, making the road ahead challenging for new entrants. The competition will be intense, stretching from the mines themselves to the high-tech refineries and the global markets where these materials are traded. Every stage of the supply chain will become a battleground for influence and control. With these newfound resources, the Philippines now holds a powerful bargaining chip. But it must tread carefully, balancing relationships with both Western allies and China as it navigates this new and complex geopolitical landscape. The era of a single supplier is coming to an end. As new players enter the field, a multipolar landscape is emerging, one where the stakes are higher than ever, and the outcome will shape the future of global technology, security, and economic power. The world's major powers are moving fast. The US sees a chance to secure supply chains and is offering technical and financial support. Japan, burned by past Chinese embargoes, is eager to partner, bringing expertise in processing and manufacturing. High-level Japanese delegations are already heading to Manila. China's official response is cautious, but state media questions the project's viability and highlights China's processing dominance. Privately, Beijing is worried and may try to invest in or undermine the project. The EU, South Korea, and Australia are also vying for a stake. The Philippines' diplomatic standing has soared. It's now a strategic resource holder, not just a strategic location. The world is lining up at Manila's door. The Philippines must choose its partners wisely. Opportunity comes with daunting challenges. For the Philippines, the promise of rare earth minerals beneath the sea is both a beacon of hope and a source of immense complexity. First, the environmental risks are profound. Deep-sea mining threatens fragile marine ecosystems that have taken millennia to form, while rare earth processing on land is notoriously toxic, releasing hazardous waste and chemicals that can devastate local communities and wildlife. The government must enforce strict science-based regulations and invest in monitoring to avoid ecological disaster, ensuring that economic gains do not come at the cost of irreversible environmental loss. Second, the technological and financial barriers are significant. The Philippines currently lacks the advanced expertise, cutting-edge technology, and massive capital required to develop these resources independently. Upgrading infrastructure and training a new generation of engineers will take time and resources. Foreign partners are essential to bridge these gaps, but contracts must be carefully crafted to ensure that local communities benefit, jobs are created, and the nation's resources are not simply extracted for foreign profit. Third, geopolitics looms large. The Philippine rise sits in a region of strategic tension, with China likely to exert pressure and the US seeking influence. Navigating these waters requires diplomatic skill and a clear national strategy. The Philippines could easily become a flashpoint in the ongoing US-China rivalry, with its sovereignty and resources at stake. Internally, corruption is a real risk. Sudden wealth can fuel graft, deepen inequality, and undermine public trust if not managed with transparency and vigilance. Transparent institutions, a well-managed sovereign wealth fund, and a free, vigilant press are vital to ensure the windfall benefits all Filipinos, not just a privileged few. Ultimately, the hardest challenge may not be mining the seabed, but building a resilient, accountable state that can turn resource wealth into lasting prosperity for generations. The nation's future truly depends on getting this right. The world is watching, and the choices made now will echo for decades. The stakes couldn't be higher. For the Philippines, this is a defining moment. The Philippine rare earth discovery is a global game changer. It offers the first real chance to break China's monopoly and diversify critical supply chains. For the Philippines, it's a shot at economic transformation and a new voice in world affairs. But the risks, environmental, technological, geopolitical, and internal, are immense. The US and Japan are eager to partner. China is wary and preparing to defend its interests. The Philippines has moved from the sidelines to the center of global competition. Its choices now will shape not just its own future, but the balance of power in Asia. The world's eyes are on Manila. The Philippine rare earth find could reshape the global order. It promises prosperity, green energy, and a more balanced world, but also brings risks of corruption, environmental harm, and geopolitical strife. The Philippines must master technology, protect its environment, and navigate great power rivalry. The margin for error is slim, the consequences, enormous. Will this be a model of sustainable resource management or another cautionary tale? The world is watching every move. The next chapter in Asian geopolitics begins now.